Well, welcome back to the first episode of the L322 build. So this one is going to be a bit tidying up. So like I said in the last video, it's going to be bumpers getting changed, possibly grille, not sure yet, sort out the rust on the rear end, paint the rear bumper, and all that. So I best get cracking, stripping this thing down. I have no idea how to strip it yet, so this could be interesting. There we go. That was actually surprisingly easy. So rear bumpers are off, front bumpers off. Surprisingly easy, actually, really. So that's that. Also, notice she's very high. I'll put it into what do you call it now? Extended mode. So I tricked the car by lowering it down onto something, and then it goes up into extended mode, and then you hold down the brake pedal, push the up button again, and it goes into super extended mode. So that's why it's sitting so high. This is obviously what I'm mainly worried about here. It's this bit of rust here. So I need to remove this bumper support, remove the arch liners so I can get back into this lot. And we can get and treat this up here. If it doesn't appear to be rotten, I hope that's the case once I've got rid of it. And then ideally get down to this sill as well. So I'm going to work out how to remove these sill covers soon, because I want to see what's in there. Well, I don't want to see what's in there, but I need to see what's in there, really. So the next task now is going to be remove these sill covers. Hopefully I can do it with the chrome bar still in place. Remove this arch liner. Remove this tail light. And then I guess we are ready to work out what actually needs to be done body-wise. Get the other bumper off the other one soon. Get that back in here. But I'll probably be better off starting to treat the rust on this. And then when that's dry, and I can start to prep the other car and start prepping the other bumper and these handles and all that. Let's crack on then. That's now the sidebars off, the sill covers off, and now this is where it could have gone horribly wrong or not too bad, and I'm surprisingly happy. So driver's side, bit of rust here, little smidge there, but not rotten, just rusty. And then a little bit there, but minor, very minor. Rest of seal, absolutely perfect. Very happy with that. You wouldn't think I'd be happy to see rust at all, but trust me, I am, compared to what. Yeah. Now, driver's side, I've got to get this bit of trim off in it, which looks to be riveted on, which is annoying. So I've got to drill the rivets out, and then have a good look at this. I'm hoping it's not rotten. It's definitely rusty. Get that. This lip here is actually really good. Needs treating, but it's actually really good. Inside the arch here, because I've got the liner out, really good. Subframe, absolutely fine. That, absolutely fine. In here, it's good. It needs to clean up and treat and sort out in a minute. But it's actually good. It just needs taken back and protecting properly. Here, definitely is a bit corroded here, so I've got to clean it up and see how far it goes, but again, not a big issue at all. Not considering what it could be. And here we've got a little hole, so I'm probably going to put a little plate in that, and then treat it and sort it all out here. But rest still perfect. So overall, for that, I'm very happy. It's rust, but it's a very little amount of rust. Easy to treat, and it shouldn't take me too long to get all this sorted out now. So I think we should crack on and get it all, get all the rust cut out, get it removed. I might pull the sandblaster out, or I might just all do it with a wire wheel and rust treatment. I'm not sure yet. Let's go for it. And also, I'm still pleasantly surprised just how easy this thing is coming apart. Much easier than expected. So so far, happy with this L322. But we all know how it can go horribly wrong very quickly. The 2 bumpers stripped and ready for paint now, so they need to go in the booth in a second. Done a bit more to rear quarter, but that POR 15 really screwed me because it just wouldn't set. So yeah, that now I'm waiting on the fine filler to set, rub back, probably need another coat of fine filler, and then prep that rear quarter panel, remove the tail light. So that'll, with any luck, it will get prepped tonight, but we'll see. Also wouldn't mind prepping and painting the handles so they can be dry for tomorrow, really. We're currently now about 8 o'clock. What else we got to do? Now, annoyingly, in the spray booth is a Sirocco still. But I really want to paint the bumpers in here. Because that's the majority of the spraying is in here. And if I paint up there, the overspray is still going to come in here. So really I need to get the Sirocco out. Which to do that means I've got to put the wheels back on the Range Rover. And I've got to put the Sirocco somewhere. Not sure where yet. I guess it's going to have to go down there again. Which means I need to tidy up the place. Oh, just what I want to be doing at 8 o'clock at night is starting to tidy, ready to paint. But it's got to be done. So I guess, and as you may see, the styling pack bumper is now on the 2003. Looks stupid in a minute. And also the parking sensors aren't connected because it turns out the parking sensors in this bumper are glued in and they have a different connector. And it looks like on the wiring for this one here, there's insulation tape on all of these cables. So obviously someone's chopped off the standard connectors to fit the connectors for the parking sensors that are glued into that bumper. So I had to chop all the connectors back off the 2003 one to put there, and then depends what I do with this bumper. If I sell the bumper, I'll sell it with the connectors for the parking sensors, or if I sell the car as a whole, I'll rewire it with parking sensors anyway. So one of the two anyway. But obviously I need to now solder on all the connections of these ones here to this one, because these are tiny little things, and which look like little amp seal connectors, so they wouldn't be the Land Rover ones, whereas these ones here are the Land Rover ones. Always something in there, always something. So yeah, I guess I best have us tidy up a minute, try to get that Sirocco out the booth, and then we can work on getting the bumpers in the booth, ready to get them painted, and then I can start prepping the rear quarter and the door handles, hopefully. Well, it's come that time. We're ready for paint. So, I'm going to put this through my DeVilbiss GTI gun with my T110 air cap and a 1.3mm nozzle. So ideally this is suited for clear coat, but it'll do the base as well. So what I've got here is I've got 2.5 litres of Java Black base coat for Range Rover, which is much more than I need. I've got just some U-Pole clear coat using up some what I had old stock, some 2K thinners. So what I need to do is I need to mix the base coat 50-50 with the 2K thinners. So I'll probably mix up a whole pot of that because I can put it back in afterwards because it doesn't go off. Mix up that, chuck that in the gun and go and spray some base coat, and then I'll be back to spray a smidge of clear coat. So we'll see how this goes. I haven't sprayed in quite a while, so this could be interesting. But I've got a golf coming up soon, so I need to get back into it again. So yeah, let's crack on. Got a reaction or so in it, but I'm not too worried because obviously I didn't prep this to be perfect because the rest of the car's not perfect. So I was either going to go half-assed or full bore, and I've gone half-assed because we'll go full bore and I'll end up respraying the whole car, which I'm not doing, no chance. So we got 2 bumpers here painted, almost glass-like finish, but got like the factory orange pill in it, so that kind of ties in with the rest of the car, so it's good. Yeah, I did regret how I positioned these bumpers after I started painting them, because I struggled like anything to get underneath these to put black in it on the arch bits, so there's a good chance I might miss some spots, which is not good, but oh well, it happens. So that's sorted. The little toe-in eye cover is well done. Whether I end up painting the bit it clips onto here and the grill bits a nicer gunmetal colour, I'm not sure yet, but either way, the front bumper's black and it's a better paint job than what was on the one that was on there before, and the rear one has got a bit of damage gone, so that makes me happy. So yeah, well, I think I'm going to call it that for today of this video, and I'll pick up tomorrow with finishing off the rest of the bodywork, hopefully. So yeah, see you tomorrow. Today's a new day. Bumpers are all dry, which is nice. So I'm not going to bake them, but I'll give them a bit longer. Obviously, by the time I'm ready to put them back on, it'll be perfect, pretty much. So that's good. So what I really need to get done now is this rear quarter, and then I can start looking at start reassembling the car, ready for polishing and handle as well. Got to paint these, which is a pain. Very easy to take off, it'd be nice, but I guarantee they're not easy to take off. You got to take all door cards off, and then that's friggin' what's that? 10 speakers alone to disconnect, and all that was, not worth it. So if anything, I'll just buy the cover caps for them, but I'm going to give them a go at painting them first, because I can always put covers on them if the paint doesn't last, but it will be 2K satin black paint, so we'll see. Good quality stuff. Anyway, I'm rambling on. So block that, get it primed, ready for paint, and then look at painting this rear quarter. Right, I cracked on a bit, made a bit of progress here. So the handles are sanded down and panel wiped. The car is covered. Rear quarter is filled, prepped, ready for 2K high build primer. So I'm going to mix up some of that now, and then down the side there again, handles and that done. So yeah, let's get a bit of 2K high build on there in a minute and see what happens. Right, I'm happy enough for that now. So time to spray a bit of base. It's not perfect. It'll do, pretty much. So time to spray a bit of base and some clear. Get this place actually wet down a minute because I don't want to kick up too much dust if I can help it. And get it tidied up here, and then yeah, and then also get some satin paint mixed up afterwards for these handles. So not sure what order to do this in yet. I don't want to get paint. I don't want to get that on the handles. I don't want to get the handles on that, but that's a tough one. Oh, okay, I'll suss that out anyway. So let's get these cleaned up and prepped anyway. And then let's spray some paint, and then I can put the paint gun down finally and get on with reassembly of this thing and cleaning the interior and the engine bay, which is what I'm kind of, I'd say looking forward to. I really am not looking forward to it, but I'm kind of fed up of paintwork now, so yeah. Let's crack on. Right, so that's the base coat put on. Now there was a bit of delay in things. I know when I last done an actual video recording was quite a few hours ago. Just done that video, mixed the base coat, got a phone call, novice broke down on the petrol station pump. A few hours later I'm back. So not ideal. So my primer I still had in the gun, gone off. Started base coating it up and I managed to something, I don't know why, reacted. So it bit through the primer, reacted. So I had to sand that down, bar coat it to isolate it, and then continue on basing. So base coat is now done, I think, find out. I've satin black the handles as well, so they're done from the cheap gun, so we'll see what they come out like. Hope you're right. So now, base coat's drying. It's going to be clear coat in a few minutes. So I think we'll wait for the base coat to completely flash off before I do that, so I can tack rag it down and crack on with that. And then, if that's drying, I can start rebuilding the bumpers, start getting the front end one on. I've got to solder up the front parking sensor, which is going to be a pig. So I can get that soldered up. And then I can start reassembling the front end, then the sides, I guess, and the underneath. And then the rear end last, once this is dry. So anyway, I've got a fair bit to do. Let's crack on. Progress has been made. So the handles are satined. They look decent. Now, around here. So, as you may have seen in my video, things were going pretty well. From here they probably look fine. So, done the half coat, done the full coat. Looked really good. I was like, one full coat, I could want more than one coat really, so I'll go for a second coat. But I didn't want to load the second coat on too heavy because I didn't want to get runs. So I went a bit light, got too much orange peel. So I was like, oh, now I've got to do a third coat, and I put it on heavy, aren't I, to try and avoid the orange peel. Well, I put it on too heavy and got a load of runs. So I wasn't planning on wet flattening this, but it's going to need it because it's got orange peel now and runs, which is a shame. That's really annoying. So I have got a bunch of sanding to do to get out the runs. But at least there's loads of clear coat on it. So at least there's plenty to sand off. And afterwards it should look like a mirror. But I didn't really want to wet flat it. So that's going to be a bit more practicing for me, isn't it? Oh well, these things happen. Other than that, handles are, yep, done as well. Obviously I had to recoat this handle because I ended up getting paint on it from here, so I had to, once I painted this panel, I had to go over and just quickly redo that one. Yeah, that's a bit disheartening, but these things happen. So I'm probably going to solder up the front connectors, then I can reassemble the front bumper, get that one installed, and hopefully by then I'll be able to start removing all the tape and the covering from the car to do the sides and rear end. There we go, just like factory now. So we got all soldered and heat shrinked in there, taped up to match sort of factory tape in there. So done fairly proper. All the proper plugs put on in now. So I think that means now I can piece back together the front bumper. So we've got front fogs to go back in. We've got mainly just the front fogs. So let's get that one rebuilt a minute. I also gave me a little clean up, bit of adhesion promoter, and just re-satin blacked the fog light grills because the previous owner of that bumper and such managed to get silver paint on them, which wasn't cool. Right, that's a new bumper fitted. Yeah, I definitely prefer that bumper over the original one. Well, the style impact one that's on there. So yeah. Now, I can't remember where I last left off, but you see things have changed. So, sidebars and sill covers are already fitted. Bonnet's had a polish. In fact, it's been out in the rain already and all sorts since. But there's some deep scratches out in the bonnet, which isn't good, and a few dents, so one day it might have to be repainted. But it had a polish up and a bit of glaze, and it come up so much better. Again, now it's covered in a layer of dust and such, so it's not as good. But the rest of the car needs to look like that. It did remove, the polish removed all the little washing swells and scratches. Oh, it's covered in water spots and that. So it's just left the big scratches. Someone before has been sanding on it, trying to remove little defects in the paint. It's been painted before or something. Done an awful job, left big sanding marks in it. So not great, and big scratches on the side here. So one day it might get a paint. But the rest of the car needs polishing up now to match. I actually ended up repainting the rear again, quarter, because I wasn't happy, because rather than sand out some of the runs, well, no, so rather than try and sand and polish out, I ended up just sanding out and repainting the rear and settling this time with a bit of orange peel instead. A little bit of plastic bag on it, with a little bit of orange peel, which I can polish out anyway. So, rear is repainted, ideal. Bumpers are fitted and such. Oh, bit of tape still to remove there. So, paint wise, done. Other than treating the underside, which is different today. Mud flaps. So you see I've already been driving it. Not great, because I'm going to be stone chipping the absolute crap out of it if I keep doing that, so that needs to change. Need to get mud flaps fitted ASAP. So that's the next job now. Which are going to be a pain because they also need cutting around the exhaust. And I also had a little package arrive today from America. Well, it's actually in the car at the minute. But the Gap IID tool, fantastic bit of kit. Very impressed with it. But it did cost about 400 quid plus £67 import charge that I just had to pay on it as well. So he's hidden down there at the minute, just been working away. Already disabled the auto locking. Disabled the like safety access where it just does the driver's door, because that's annoying as well. Disabled all that. Disabled like rear tail light monitoring for the indicators, because the facelift ones were giving errors because it was checking them. So I disabled all that function. So yeah, that's good. I can now do diagnostics on the cars. Anyway, I'm rambling on. Let's get these mud flaps fitted. Well, there she is. So it's dirty again because I've been using it in between filming different clips, but it's had its first tidy up, and in my opinion is looking so much better, much happier. Next I got the mud flaps fitted last night. Someone's wrapped these before, so I've got to sort it out in either painting or I'm not sure what I'm going to do yet, but someone's wrapped them I think and done a terrible job of it. There's blue paint, yeah, that's got to be sorted out still. But mud flaps all fitted, because beforehand, obviously without them fitted, it was going to ruin the paintwork. Not ideal. Interior is cleaner. Still going to need a few more cleans in this yet to properly sort it out, but it's a start. And I had like this, I changed all this trim at the rear here, so it's got a now working flap and new trim and what here, much tidier. I refit the trim at the front that was missing. So yeah, I'm gonna get some, I got leather cleaner, I'm gonna get some treatment and some dye for these seats as well. In the back here they're not in bad condition, front they need just a bit of tidying up. Still got the engine bay to do as well, and all the underside to sort out, which will be in upcoming videos. But I would say I'm pretty happy so far. I reckon I've already added a good potentially £1,000 worth of value to this car just by giving it a good tidy up, sorting out the bumpers and the rear rust and the other bits of treated rust. So, but it's not stopping there. It's still the bonnet has had a polish, you probably couldn't tell, it's had a polish and some treatment, and despite the fact it's full of big scratches and stone chips, it come up a million times better. Whereas the rest of the car is still covered in like washing scratches, head scratches. So my plan now is to polish it all, well, machine polish it all, get it all looking spick and span, pro polish up the side bars, refurbish the wheels. Now the wheels aren't bad, this is probably the worst out of all of them here. We've got this little chunk taken out of it and such here, and this stuff on it, but they would refurb fairly easy, so I'm tempted to paint them yet as well, and various bits and bobs. Plus the tailpipes need a polish, and ideally I wouldn't mind a bumper which actually covers the tailpipes. So we'll see. Plus I got this still to darken a little bit. Not sure about the rear reverse lights yet, whether I'm going to tint them or not, I'm not sure. But they are getting massively upgraded in one of the next videos. So for those of you with terrible lights, keep an eye out for that one. And of course, I'm going to have to do the Brembos justice as well. They look a bit sad in there, so get some new stickers for them, run them through the sandblaster, and paint them up nice. Not sure what colour yet. Something that'll pop, but not too in your face. So yeah, if you want to keep an eye on the progress on the L322, the one that's staying, still got to do something with that yet. Not sure what. But if you want to keep an eye on the progress on this one, then why not stick around? There'll be plenty more Range Rover content coming, along with a lot of golf content coming soon as well. Yeah, I've been Jordan. Hope to see you again next time. Cheers.